Welcome to another class, another edition of our class. What I would like you to do is, you that is watching me, click on that subscribe button and subscribe to our channel, or you like and share. If you've done that, you're welcome. You're most welcome. I'd like you to know that this is a class that we are using to teach you more on the things that you've been taught in the schools. Alright, for today's class, we'll be going direct to physics, and the topic we have on physics is electric charges. Electric charges. So we will let me just go straight to what we have on the board. We have introduction of the electric charges. We have to know the type of charge, the distribution of the charges, and the storage of these charges. If we can cover this today, I think we are done with electric charges. Alright. Sorry. So without wasting much of our time, let us go to introduction. If you check, there are some charges exist in all areas. Charges exist in some certain points. Let me use this pen. There is a charge that exists in this pen. There is a charge existing between a pen and a paper. A pen and a paper, there is a charge existing in it. Now, if you rub this pen constantly on your head, there is a charge that comes at that particular point that you are rubbing on your head. That particular point, if you place it on top of a paper, it will magnet that paper. Let me say a cut of a paper, it will just to magnet it. If you want to try it, try it. Make sure that you scrape it hard on your head faster to generate, let me say, heat. Now remove it and place it on the paper that you, a piece of paper that you just cut out from your paper. When you place it, you see that the pen will magnet. Just do it immediately. If you can't get it, maybe I think that's the only way I know that you can generate charge. Okay. Now, apart from that, there are some bodies that does not also generate charge, even though that particular experiment is being conducted. There are some particular bodies, whether you conduct or you don't conduct, it won't work. They are just there. Alright, so without wasting much of your time, we would just like to know the types of charges that is being produced. Now, before I go into the types of charges that is being produced, I would like us to know there is what we call conductors and non-conductors. We call it conductors and insulators. Now, a conductor is a particular item, or it is a particular thing that allows electricity or heat to pass through them. They allow electricity or heat to pass through them. Now, while insulators, they don't allow electric or heat to pass through. That means this one allows and insulators don't allow. So, with this point, we will try to know the kind of charges we do produce. Now, when you rub an iron rod upon a cotton wool, now after rubbing the iron wall on your head and placing on top of cotton wool, there is a charge that is being generated. Or you rub an iron rod on a cotton wool, there is a charge that is being generated. Now, the iron rod is a conductor, while the cotton wool is an insulator. Alright, let us move to types of charges. We have positive and negative charge. We have the positive charge and the negative charge. These two charges are found even in electric, even in all induction coil. If you check, you have the positive and the negative side, even in the battery. Hello. So if you check, you see that these are charges that is being produced, even when they are stored. Before that charge is being extracted from that stored cell, it must have a positive and a negative side. All right, let us move forward to these are the types of charges, and these types of charges, if I may tell you, we would like to know how they work. Now, positive and positive repel, while positive and negative attract, but negative and negative also repel. So this thing means likes repel and unlikes attracts. That means like charges repel each other, while unlike charges attract each other. Alright, so with this information, we have known the types of charges and we have known how those charges works. Now, the next thing we need to know is how these charges are being about distribution of charges. Now, before we get into distribution of charges, we are talking about types of charges. And I told you that we have positive and negative charge. Now, apart from the positive and negative charge, there are some body that has no charge, which we can give charge into it. That we call it electrostatic induction of charges. Now, this body has no charge at all. So what you do now is you put charge through the electrostatic force. Electrostatic force is your engine. Then you put charge into the body, and the body becomes positively charged or it becomes negatively charged, depending on the charge that electrostatic body has. Okay, now let's go to our distribution of charges. Now, this experiment is showing two different shapes: a shape that is circular and a shape that have a pointed mouth. Now, from this shape that I drew on this board, you will notice that all of them has positive around it, but which one is capable of distributing charge? Which one has the capacity of giving out charge? Do you know why the mouth of the pin can be able to puncture and give you a sharp, let me say a sharp edge or a sharp pen at your body, because of the sharp mouth there, because of the charge that it possesses as a sharpener. Okay, now you see that a dull metal or a metal without no sharp mouth cannot give you a sharp pen when it is being punctured on your body, but the nail that has a sharp mouth can give you a sharp pen when it's being punctured in the body. That is what distribution of charges means. Now, charge is being distributed evenly in the body, but charge is being given out to another body from the edge. So this body has the capacity not to distribute. It will not distribute, but this one has the capacity of distributing because of the sharp edge that is found existing on that body. I hope you are following. Okay, now before we talk about this distribution of that, there are ways that we can also know this distribution of in the bodies from the shapes and from the kind of charge that it has. Now, a negative charge is capable of not distributing. A negative charge is capable of not distributing. Now, another thing is depending on the body that gets it. Now, there is a kind of body that, like I told you, is neutral, has no charge. If it has no charge, there's no charge is going to distribute because automatically it has no charge. That's that. So, storage of charges. We have storage of charges, and from what we talk about storage of charge, there is a particular instrument that we use in storing charge. We call it the electrophorus. Now, this electrophorus is a storage parcel, is a cell used in storing charges, both negative and positive charge. Now, this electrophorus is only an instrument used in storing charges. Now, charges cannot be stored in a cell without the help of the electrophorus. A battery cannot store without the help of electrophorus. So we need the electrophorus to help us store the charges in a cell. Now, we have started with introduction, and I made mention that electric charges can be produced when a body is meeting with another body. Example, when you rub a pen on your head and you meet it with a piece of paper, there is a charge that exists. That means the pen has a positive and the paper has a negative charge. Automatically it will attract. From there, we made mention of a conductor and an insulator. And I told you a conductor is a metal. A conductor is a metal. A conductor is a human body. Yes, a human body is a conductor. Earth is another conductor. Earth is another conductor. That's the reason why if you wire the house, after wiring of the house, they have to merge it with earth. What do you call it? The thunder protector that you have in your house is being connected to the earth because the earth is a conductor. Alright, so human body is a conductor, metal is a conductor. Non-conductors are wood, plastics. Those are non-conductors or insulators. We have them paper, we have them water, we have them cotton wool, so many of them. Those ones that does not allow it to pass through them, or it does not allow electric current to pass through them. They are called insulator. This is electric charge, so mostly they don't allow electric charge to pass through them. So we talk about types of charge and say have positive and negative charge. Now from there, I made mention that we have what we call electrostatic induction of a body with charges. A body that is neutral, we can give it a charge through an electrostatic inductor. From there, I made mention of the distribution of charges, and I told you that charges can be distributed from a pointed body, from a body that has a sharp edge. Now, but the one that has a very dull edge or a circular edge, there is no charge distributed. It all rotates at that particular end. Alright, so we can store charge, like I said, in an electrophorus. That is the technique that we use to store charge in a particular cell. Alright, with this, I think I have run through these electric charges from the beginning to the end. I hope with this, there is no